Last year we had great results with our fig cuttings. So today let me show you the materials you'll need and the method that we use so that hopefully you'll have the same success we did. Now the first thing you're going to need are fig cuttings. These here are ones that we took off of our trees about 2 months ago. I've had them storing in the fridge, but you can go online. Many different retailers out there. FigBid is where we got started with them. Just check out and see what varieties are going to work best in your areas. Another thing is either here we use parafilm. You can also use hot wax. That's just to put on the tips of these cuttings. You're going to need a plastic tote. These were just some small seltzer bottles. I cut the tops off of them and then just used a soldering iron to give me some drainage holes here at the bottom. So I like the clear pots because it lets me see where the roots are and what kind of success I'm having. Now the next thing you're going to need is some well-draining soil. You can either make your own or buy them at the store. We end up making our own, and I just keep that right here on my container. After that, you're going to need some hardwood mulch, a little bit of rooting hormone. This is Clonex, but there's some other ones out there. You can use a liquid or a powder, a set of shears, and finally is a heating mat. First thing I'm going to want to do is pre-moisten the soil. What you're looking for is that you got enough moisture that it'll form a clump and hold, but you won't have water dripping all down out of your hand. And then that same clump can come apart fairly easily. 1-inch layer of mulch down on the bottom of this clear tote. Fill up all of these containers right up to the top with dirt, not packing them down, just keeping them at the top level. Now these Conadrias here, what I first want to do is take some of this parafilm that I've got over here and wrap the tops with this parafilm. That's just to help keep these cuttings from drying out. I've got the tops wrapped with the parafilm, and now what I want to do is put a fresh cut down here at the base. And when you make your cut, you're going to want to make it just below one of these nodes. So for example, I could go way down here on this one, but I've got a node here, another node here, and then there's another one up there. So I'm just going to make a nice clean cut right here, and then we'll dip that in the rooting hormone. Now I just took some of this rooting hormone here and just put it into a small cup just for sanitary purposes. I'm now just going to lightly water the top of them. Gone ahead and added a thin layer of mulch onto the top of these cuttings, and I've also got some in between the pots and down the side. Now from here we'll put it on the heat mat where we'll keep it at roughly 74 to 78 degrees for a soil temperature. I will check occasionally to see if it needs watering, but it should not need too much water, especially in the first week or two. The other thing is I will not put the grow lights on for probably the first 2 weeks at all, as that's not necessary. After about 3 to 4 weeks, you should start to see some root development, and hopefully in about 8 weeks' time, these guys will be ready to transplant outside.